Hello, how's it going? Welcome back. Before we start the video, I just want to say a couple of things. One, the mod is on the workshop. You will find it in my Steam profile on the workshops. The mod wasn't created by me, it was created by a faction member, Creator. It'll be updated every week as a new ship is created, but the ships that have been showcased are in the mod up and running. Now, you will need to download modular encounter systems for the mod to run. It doesn't exactly replace the NPC ships that's already in the game. What it does is it adds them in, so you have basically two different variants of NPC ships instead of just the one. If you want to remove the NPC ships from the game, then you're going to need to download another modular encounter systems mod called suppress NPC cargo ships. That'll only allow cargo ships and spawns from the MES mod to spawn. But anyway, I also want to really say thanks to everyone that viewed the NPC mining faction video. It reached like 1,500 views and growing, so thanks very much, and thanks to everyone that subscribed to the channel. It's very appreciated. So now let's get started. If you like what you see, hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button down below. And if you have something to say, just comment. Right, as you can see behind me here, we have the private sail and the business shipment. So we'll fly over and we'll take a look and we'll see what we've done. So, like I said in the last video, I'll be doing the two of these ships together in this video because private sail is virtually nothing on it. It's just like a cargo container, thrusters in every direction, a gyroscope, you know, the basic stuff just to make a small ship function. So that's what it is. It's basically it. You come inside, you've two armories. Why, I don't know, but there's two armories in it anyway. And to capture this ship when you get it, as everyone knows, but this is for people that are only new to the game. There's your remote control right there. So you can just hack that and the ship is yours. That's what, six solar panels. It's a basic ship. Basic ship. You come over here now to the business shipment. Now, this again has one thruster in every direction for the exception of forward where it has two. You know, this thing can go but doesn't like to stop, so if you're flying this and you want to stop it, you need to spin it around and point the two thrusters in the direction you're going. Slows you down a little bit quicker. And this is the inside. You know, you have upside down corridor blocks there for some detail, half ground down. You have a bed, lockers, armory and a toilet. Not much in the ship. Like I said, these are two small ships, there's not much in them, so I say every week I'm going to try and keep the video shorter and it ends up being 15 minutes, so there'll be some creative editing at the end of this to get it down to 10 minutes because there's no need for this to be longer than 10 minutes. Right, so let's go over here to the private sail. As you can see, I went with the warfare thrusters again because I think these suit the aesthetics of these ships a little bit better. A little more sleek looking. Changed from the standard armour, or the no armour if you want to call it that, to the clean armour. Again, for the whole commercial fleet being a wealthier faction, so the ships are a little bit newer and cleaner. I got rid of all the round blocks off the edges. I went with angles to match the industrial cargo container. I love the way the angles there flow and keep the shape, so it gives like nice detail. And it like flared the armour out here onto the solar panel there as well, just to make it look nice. So not everything has a square edge on it. And we replaced the solar panels to the new solar panels because I really like these. They got all the bars and it makes like the structure look solid, you know. And I'm replacing all the ground down blocks with these scaffold frames. But the scaffold frames are made to look like they're structural, so we might as well use them. I left the original antenna in because when I put the compact antenna on, it just didn't look right. So we left it with that. I gave this extra downwards thrust, and the only reason I done that sorry, extra upwards thrust. The only reason I done that is because we added a connector in, so there was no way to put just one thruster down the center. I suppose I could have stepped this thruster out and had it there behind this, but I think that the two thrusters here looks nice enough. Kept the whole flared out look on the underneath of it here. Right, so we go inside because there's, like I said, there's not much in here, and we changed the inside a little bit. This ship is now airtight. As you can see in front of the cockpit there, has an air vent. We'll move the beacon from in front of the cockpit to above the cockpit. For a bed on the left, because this is oxygenated now, if you have this ship, you can lie in the bed now, log out, and your character won't die, because there's oxygen in here, and we left one armory in. So that's this ship. That's basically it. That's all that's in this ship. So we come over here to the business shipment. Now, I've done something completely different with this at the cockpit, and we'll get that in a second, but we'll start off at the front. I'll give her 3 warfare thrusters on the front, just to give us a little bit of extra stopping power. Because like I said in one of my previous videos, sometimes you want a little bit more thrust pointing forward than you do pointing backwards to help you stop. Like we all like to go fast, but we like to stop equally as quick. So again, replace all the ground down blocks and that with the beam blocks. And I carried the beam blocks right around the side here and connect them to this thruster, for the simple reason, if that cargo container on that ship gets destroyed, the whole front of this ship is now free floating away from this. So it just adds a little bit of extra stability and extra strength to the ship. Again, went with the industrial cargo container. I decided actually to keep the round blocks on this one, with a mixture of the angle blocks in, to create a little bit of indentation in there for detail. And I went with the cockpit in this one, I went with the round window. Now, this is actually my first time using the round windows. I never ever used them. I've never found a reason to use them. But for what the faction, the NPC faction is, I think that actually suits the ship. So we come down here again. I changed all the conveyor tubes to the conveyor pipes. This has a connector on the back of it. So we go inside this one now. I gave this one a 1-block airlock, so you can come in, close it down. I didn't put any scripts on this ship, but the big change is on the inside. So you open here, there's your air vent, and we turn the corner here, that's access to your cargo containers. A locker, a bed, a toilet, and a shower. That's all on this level. You're asking yourself, well, where's the cockpit? Well, let's go up the ladder. There's the cockpit upstairs. So, like, this part of the ship on the original was just wasted space, not the huge turbo. It was just space in the ship that was wasted. So I moved the cockpit up here, sitting on top of the bed, and I just think it looks a little bit better. Again, my opinion. If you have an opinion on it, leave a comment. Doesn't matter if the opinion is good or bad. So that's basically this video done. These ships are going to be put straight into the mod. Like I said, I'll leave a link to the mod on the description of this video. So if you like what you see, you can download the mod, capture these ships for yourself, and blueprint and keep them. So that's this video done this week. The next series of videos are going to be the military faction in the game, and one ship in particular is also one of the ships that was removed from the game due to performance issues back in the early days. So that'll be the last video in the military factions segment of videos. So thank you for watching. Subscribe down below, give the video a thumbs up, and don't be afraid to let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you, and I'll see you next week.